Om Namah Shivaya. Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about the lamellar bone and woven bone. Okay. Before discussing about these, a small introduction about the types of bones. The bone is divided is based on three types. Okay. First one is histology. Second, maturity, and the third one is the manner of development. Based on histology, the bone is divided into two types, compact bone and spongy bone. Second, based on maturity, the bone is divided into two types, mature bone, immature bone. And the mature bone we call as the lamellar bone, and the immature bone we call as the woven bone. Okay. Next, based on manner of development, the bone again divides into two types, cartilage bone, membrane bone. Okay. In this video we are going to talk about the based on maturity, that is lamellar bone and woven bone. First, lamellar bone. When we examine the structure of any bone of an adult, we find that it is made up of layers or lamellae. This kind of bone is called lamellar bone. Each lamellus is a thin plate of bone consisting of collagen fibers and mineral salts that are deposited in a gelatinous brown substance. Even the smallest piece of bone is made up of several lamellae placed over one another. Between adjoining lamellae, we see small flattened spaces or lacunae. Each lacunae contains one osteocyte. Spreading out from each lacunae, that are fine canals or canaliculi that communicate with those from the other lacunae. The canaliculi are occupied by delicate cytoplasmic processes of osteocytes. See once again, guys. Even the smallest piece of bone is made up of several lamellae placed over one another. Between adjoining lamellae, we see small flattened spaces or lacunae. Each lacunae contains one osteocyte. You have to remember this. Each lacunae contains one osteocyte. Spreading out from each lacunae, there are fine canals or canaliculi that communicate with those from the other lacunae. The canaliculi are occupied by delicate cytoplasmic processes of osteocytes. See here, the lamellar appearance of bone depends mainly on the arrangement of collagen fibers. You have to remember this. The lamellar appearance of the lamellae of bone depends mainly on what? That is arrangement of collagen fibers. The fibers of one lamellus run parallel to each other, but those of adjoining lamellae run at varying angles to each other. The ground substance of a lamellus is continuous with that of adjoining lamellae. See once again. The fibers of one lamellus run parallel to each other, but those of adjoining lamellae run at varying angles to each other. The ground substance of lamellus is continuous with that of adjoining lamellae. This is about the lamellar bone. See this figure. See this, guys. This is the thin plate of structure and we call this as lamellus. Okay. See here. The unit of bone structure is called a lamellus. Once again, the unit of bone structure is called a lamellus. Next, see this, guys. We call this as the trabeculus. Bone acquiring thickness by stacking of lamellae over one another. These are the lamellae. The stacking of the lamellae over one another acquires the thickness of the bone. This one we call this as trabeculus. Next, see this figure. Between the adjoining lamellae, there are spaces called lacunae. Okay, there are spaces of lacunae. These spaces are occupied by cells of bone. We call that osteocytes. Once again, Between adjoining lamellae, there are spaces called lacunae. These spaces are occupied by cells of bone. We call that osteocytes. You have to remember these sites, blasts are something. Okay guys, these spaces are occupied by osteocytes. See here they given. These are the lamellae. Okay, these are the lamellae, and the spaces are lacunae are occupied by osteocytes. See this guys, these are the osteocytes. See this figure guys, that you have to remember each lacunae contains one osteocyte. This is the lacunae. Okay, this lacunae contains one osteocyte, and the spread out from these lacunae forms the fine canals. These are the fine canals. Okay, the projections are spread out from the lacunae. These are the canaliculi are fine canals. Okay, and these canaliculi contains are these are filled with the delicate cytoplasmic processes. These are filled with the delicate cytoplasmic processes. Okay, and the communication between the two, see here, and the communication between the two lacunae through these canaliculi. See here, the canaliculi communicates the one lacunae to other lacunae. This is the communication. This communication is through the canaliculi. Okay guys, this is the lamellae. These are the delicate cytoplasmic processes, and this is the lacunae with osteocyte, and these are the fine canals, or we call these fine canals as the canaliculi, and the communication between two lacunae through these canaliculi. Okay, this is about the lamellar bone. Next, coming to the oven bone. See here, oven bone. In contrast to mature bone, newly formed bone does not have a lamellar structure. This newly formed or immature bone does not have any lamellar structure. The collagen fibers are present in bundles that appear to run randomly in different directions, interlacing with each other. Because of the interlacing of fiber bundles, this kind of bone is called oven bone. All newly formed bone is a oven bone. It is later replaced by the lamellar bone. That means that oven bone is replaced by mature or lamellar bone. A clinical correlation is given here. See this. What is Patek's disease of bone or osteosis deformans? Abnormal persistence of oven bone is a feature of Patek's disease. It was first described by Sir James Patek in 1877. The Patek's disease of bone is an osteolytic or osteosclerotic disease. Osteosclerotic bone disease of uncertain etiology involving 1. Monostotic or more bones. We call that polyostotic. This condition affects predominantly males over the age of 50 years. The bones are weak and there may be deformities. Okay, this is about the Patek's disease, and we completed the what is lamellar bone, what is oven bone, and what is the Patek's disease. Okay guys, in next video we are going to learn about the very important and interesting topic in histology, and that is cancellous bone. This one, okay, cancellous bone. We also call this cancellous bone as the spongy bone. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like my explanation, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't miss the notifications. Thanks for watching.